I went to one of Avi Fishov's seminars for a Sunday. So there was a Satmar couple there who live in Williamsburg, and their child left Yiddishkeit, but didn't just leave. He left with a vengeance, and for many years already. Okay, so his path, as you know, some of you probably know, is very, very extreme in this way. He says once children hit a certain point where there's no return, you have to mamash go on Mesiras Nefesh to embrace them and do things that you would never do. Because they are so traumatized, they're so sick, that to have any expectations of them in terms of Shabbos, Yamulke, Kashrus, this behavior in the house, he says is completely unrealistic. He says they're too sick, unfortunately. 98% of them have been molested, many of them for years. They're pashat sick. Sadly, they are emotionally traumatized and ill. They don't even have a bchir. They don't have bchir. They're pashat sick. Mamash anoinus. Okay. And in many situations, he's absolutely right. Maybe in all situations. But certainly in most situations that I know. So he told these parents to, in Williamsburg, to buy him an 80 to find out what he wants and to get it for him. He wanted an 80-inch plasma. What is it called? An 80-inch screen. Yeah, in Williamsburg. The woman is telling me, the mother is telling me the story in Hitzabrach and her Yiddish, and she's explaining to me what she did. Wow, that's fascinating. So what we did for our child. He couldn't believe it. He could not believe it. He came home one day, they wrote a letter apologizing that they never saw his pain, they never felt it. He went through a lot. He was really abused, this kid. And they got him the screen, and he was just overwhelmed. He was so moved. Gave his mother a kiss, gave his father a kiss, haven't given them a kiss in years. This happened 6 months before the seminar. She says he still goes out a whole night. Goes to party till 5 in the morning, and their stomachs turn over. But every single night before he leaves, 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, she bakes cookies. Every day she bakes fresh cookies. She gives him the cookies in aluminum foil or a plastic bag. She says, here, you'll have some good cookies for you and your friends. And her husband goes to the door, gives him a hug and says, listen, my cell phone is open. Any point in the night you need something, you need a lift for you or your friends, you call me. She says they have a next door neighbor. Same thing. He also leaves. They actually hang out together. And he leaves every night, and the parents scream. They scream at him. His father screams at him and hollers at him. He says almost every night he turns around, he picks up one of his fingers to his father, and he uses 2 words that I shouldn't repeat, even not on video, certainly on video. Every night. Every single night, it's like the same thing. Lifts up his finger, says 2 words to his father curses him out, mother cries, runs to the kitchen. Their neighbor. And so she tells me, and she says now it's 6 months later, and he now comes to every single Shabbos meal. Every single Shabbos he comes to the meal, and he started to keep Shabbos. And recently he started to put on tefillin. So here you have one extreme, and you have another extreme. That's what the Shem Shmuel says. If parents can't forgive a child for all the pain that the child caused them, they're ultimately guaranteeing that the pain will continue forever. Paradoxically, by not letting go of the pain, we guarantee its eternity. By letting go and forgiving the child and understanding that he also went through some hard times, maybe even worse than the parents, we let the child actually be reunited with the parents. It's a very powerful observation because it's counterintuitive. You see, wait a minute, he's a lowlife what this kid did. He embarrassed the whole mishpacha. He destroyed our reputation. He destroyed the shidduchim of all of his sisters. He destroyed. What do you mean be moichel? How can I be moichel? I have 11 kids who are destroyed because of him. How can I be moichel? Fakert. You're being righteous. He's an oiche yisrael. He's a pashe yisrael. He eats chazer barabim. Yom Kippur, he smokes in front of the shul and a gate with shiksas. What do you mean I should be moichel? How can I be moichel? So we hold on to that. Of course, we always say it's because of God. It's not personal. Okay, that's what we all do. But what you're doing is actually you're making sure that he'll never do tshuva. He can't. Because the emotional pain distances you from him. On the other hand, if you could be moichel, what's pshat moichel? What's pshat moichel? Moichel means that you can accept, you can understand that people are on journeys, and sometimes it's difficult, it's complicated. And what if this kid was molested? It's really not his fault. Molestation plays with the brain. It destroys you. Some people sitting in this room know what I'm talking about. It destroys your brain forever. I don't know forever, but for years and decades you have to deal with it. So it's the kid's fault. People go to addiction because they have to numb the pain. So it causes pain to parents, but I have to be able to appreciate, to embrace the bigger picture. And then I get rid of the negative energy. I let go of this emotional distance that I created between me and my child. And paradoxically, my child can actually, because I tolerate him, he can actually change, he can actually grow. The word mechila, the Maharal says, comes from the word machal, which means a dance, a circle. By being moichel, you bring him back into the machal, into the dance of Knesset Yisrael. You bring him back into the circle. You throw him out. There's no mechila. He's not part of the machal anymore. You make sure he stays out of the circle. He's not part of the chain. There's a shalshelis. It goes from Avram Avinu through Mashiach. You throw him out of the chain.